why Igbos are hated. The Igbo are known around the world as a people who are grounded in business, industry, and commerce, and have one of the highest education indices in Nigeria and Africa at large. Having an individualistic approach to life and achievement, the last 100 years has seen the Igbo surpass their neighbors in collective economic might. From amalgamation till 1966, the Igbo left their homes in the hinterlands of the East and established themselves all over Nigeria, each man striving hard to become a master in his business or job. This led to the collective Nigerian sentiment that the Igbo were domineering, when in fact all they cared about was success, heights they and their families could be proud of. It was reported that the eastern region of Nigeria was the fastest growing economy in the world around the 1950s and 1960s. Unfortunately, this growth was stunted by the Biafran War, which led to a near total destruction of the Igbo economy and livelihood. But as Providence would have it, the Igbo have built back their economy power and are now one of the backbones of Nigeria's commerce. Today, without any significant government help, the Igbo control all major markets in Nigeria, ranging from the importation of building materials, kitchen utensils, electronics, phones and gadgets, clothing, plastics and wares, motor and machine spare parts, among many other businesses that drive Nigeria's business industry. They are also involved in the manufacturing of some of these goods, even though the economy and accessibility to FX for raw materials stifles their businesses. It is a general sentiment that a man who is well-to-do or has achieved success for himself is often envied by those who don't have. We see this play out in the day-to-day lives of humans, and there is a permanent antagonism for the haves by the have-nots. There is a deep-seated dislike for those who seem to have some form of financial success by those who don't. This is the tragedy of life, and this is the bane of the dislike for the Igbo. A dislike blamed on their supposed arrogance, and arrogance derived from their financial success. But in reality and truth, the Igbo man has not achieved his success on a platter. If there is any ethnic nationality that has labored well enough for the success they now enjoy today, it is the Igbo, a people who rose from 20 pounds after the war to owning real estate and businesses all over Nigeria and beyond. If at all, other ethnic groups should learn from the Igbo the blueprint of their success instead of hating the Igbo for that success. Now, if I asked you, the unbiased listener, why Igbos are hated for their business success, would you say I was making a wrong claim? Or would you agree that there's an obvious political and social gang-up against the Igbo for their business prowess in Nigeria? I will leave you with a clue of the gang-up I speak of. And that is the burning and destruction of Igbo businesses both in the north and the west of Nigeria at any slightest provocation. As of 2022, when this piece was documented, there have been several incidents of looting, destruction, and burning of Igbo businesses in Nigeria. Some examples are as follows. The burning and destruction of Igbo shops in Sokoto following the killing of Deborah Samuel, a Northern Christian, in May of 2022. The destruction of over 500 shops belonging to Igbo people in Igara, Jakonde, along Lekki-Ekpe Express by Lagos State Government. The burning of Igbo businesses and destruction of properties worth over ₦1 billion and killing of 5 people on the 18th of May 2022 in Dede, Abuja. No matter what the disagreement or issue was, the first point of call is always to destroy Igbo businesses. And we have seen this happen all over Nigeria for far too long. This begs the question, why do Nigerians have a penchant for destroying Igbo businesses? Your guess is as good as mine. The pride of the Igbo in their achievements as the reason why Igbos are hated. Just like every great people around the world, the Igbo are a hard-working race and take great pride in their life's achievement. This genuine pride is what many Nigerians perceive as arrogance and in turn persecute the Igbo over. The United States of America, for instance, prides itself as the greatest democracy and most successful nation in the world. They portray their achievements and prowess in movies, songs, and their pronouncements on every world stage or event. No one sees this as arrogance. No one loathes the USA or tags them self-conceited or pompous. Instead, people from around the world strive to become American citizens. This is not the case for Igbo. In an ever-suppressive nation, they are expected to hide their achievements, ingenuity, and contributions to the growth of humanity, tuck their tails in between their legs, and present themselves as inferior animals to be accepted as good Nigerians, or possibly remain in their villages and wear sackcloths and use stones to light fires, so that other ethnic nationalities would feel comfortable in their laziness. Of course, that can never happen. This is not the way Igbo are wired. For those who hate Igbo and accuse them of being pompous, please understand that the Igbo man is built on an egalitarian foundation, a blueprint that demands that he succeeds on his own at all costs. This means that he worships no man. He believes strongly in his chi, his life force, and knows deep down that it is only his chi that has the power to pull him down. It is only his chi he can bow to. This basic principle is evident in the fact that Igbo do not have monarchs who dictate the destinies and lives of their subjects. The Igbo have no kings or rulers who decide for their entire people. The Umunna parliamentary kind of government, which every Igbo clan has and operates, makes Igbo a republican people, and as such, every Igbo man's opinion counts in the decisions that might make or mar the future of himself and his family. With such a background, it is difficult to find an Igbo man who does not walk tall and proud. It is a trait embedded in our genes, a trait that our unborn children already carry from the realms of our ancestors, Ndichie. If this trait is the major reason why Igbo are hated, then it is useless wanting the same country with such a people. Because at every point, our boldness and inability to bow before men timidly will come off as being arrogant or pompous, even when we don't intend to. My advice is that Nigerians, as well as other world people, understand why Igbo are the way they are, and that our boldness is not an attempt to bully our neighbors, but only a defense mechanism to shield our destinies against failure. Hence, we let our individual chi and our ancestors down. In conclusion, this documentary was inspired by the high volume of queries we received concerning why the Igbos are hated. The frequency and rise of this particular question left us alarmed. Not because we do not know that Igbo are hated in Nigeria, but because now more than ever, that hatred seems to have been felt or witnessed by a younger generation of Igbo, a generation who have been hit with a rude shock of the level of Igbophobia they see around them in real life and on social media. A generation with no knowledge of Nigeria's nepotistic history, and more so, over 100 years of prejudice against Igbo being what unites other ethnicities in Nigeria. Now we must do our best to present the facts from an Igbo perspective to them, and in doing so, hope that this does not drive them to hate people of other ethnic nationalities. For anger and hate leads us all to doom. Also, This piece is to spur inquiry